Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Jess.
I'm Darcy.
I'm Lucy. I'm Lesbian Mark.
Mark's unfortunately not here with us today.
He's absent.
Absent.
But today we're going to be doing our part 2 of the evaluation, which is reflecting on the 3 products. So that's the advert, the digipack, and the music video, like some screenshots from it, and we're going to discuss as a group.
Yep.
So the first thing is the colour scheme. So we wanted to keep it black and white throughout the 3 products, to keep it regular. Is that the word?
Current.
Continuity, yes, yeah. The black and white will give sort of a vintage atmosphere, and it will keep up and echo the contemporary hipster vintage look that we know our audience likes, as we found out in the primary research. It's quite classic, and it's a convention of the indie pop genre that we're going for.
Okay, so the photo we used is evident in the actual music video to sustain a link between the 3. It is silhouetted, connoting mystery, and an element of smoke signifies danger. And also shows like the rebellion of the young character. The picture is from behind the model, putting the audience at a different point of view, which increases the enigma coding, and they don't know whose perspective it is.
Using social media attracts the younger viewers and invites them to be the first to know about certain events that are happening and any news that might be occurring, but also widens the audience's view of them and allows them to access our band on multiple digital platforms. And it's also intriguing to the audience as they can see what the band are doing, and they are offered like exclusives, and they're interested in what's happening, so they become like an active audience.
And social media is so big now, we wanted to make sure we widened our audience to as many people as possible, reaching them on as many platforms as possible.
Because as our actual song and video is so niche, like a niche demographic, it's nice to try and target like a different
audience, type of audience.
Different audience, I suppose.
I think because he's younger as well, that targets a younger audience as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're drawing his friends, his family, his neighbours, postmen,
Anyone.
really.
We wanted to make sure the name of the band, the neighbourhood, is at the top of the poster in big writing, so it stands out, and we put it in large font to contrast with the background and the foreground of the photo. The binary opposition of colour entices the audience's attention, which is also depicted throughout the rest of the products. The font we used is called Champagne and Limousines, and we settled with this because it signifies a masculine and meek and bold feel to it. The variety of font size throughout the poster gives an inventive look to the advert, and it's interesting to read. And we made sure that we put the most important information in bigger font, so it directs the audience's gaze to the most important parts first.
Out Now is the largest font and encourages the action to buy the product, which gives it some more commercial kind of outlook.
Yeah. The spacing of the text will make the advert easy for the audience to read, as it's clear and concise. And we decided to have numbers to show our release date in the order to keep the simplicity and not to have anything that may distract from the rest of the advert. Also, we think that the numbers will be more iconic and they look more visually interesting.
We wanted to make sure we had quite a monotone theme that signifies binary position that's like mirrored throughout our 3 products and throughout our promotional package.
So the date we put along the bottom of the advert. It's simplistic and it's displayed like spaced apart, so it's easy to read. It also stands out against the other text because we've widened it and shortened it. The font is Champagnes and Limousines, which is also the same as every other typography within the advert. We chose this place because it ties in and it just looks visually appealing. And it's also the last thing an audience sees on the advert as they scan down from top to bottom, which is the 180-degree theory.
Yeah. And it will stay in their mind because it's the last thing they see on the advert.
We are now going to talk about our digipack, which we created. It's a 6-panel digipack, which means there's 6 images.
Yeah.
We decided to lay out our pictures in the 6 that we've chosen because as you open the digipack, it like tells a story, and the denotation of the train tracks connote the isolation that there's 2 characters and 2 like storylines happening throughout the narrative. And then we composed this shot next to the road as they both denote like perspective, which can show there's a long journey happening throughout our narrative. And this is also a visual representative of our narrative cue, and it indicates what will appear in other media texts, like in our advert. That's what I'll say. And then to connote that our protagonist is male, we've used shots of like the car because it's like masculine and it like takes over the shot. And we've also got a shot of the lake and the necklace, and most of the ones we got in our digipack are included in our video, so there's like a connection between all of them. And then we wanted our digipack to be enigmatic, so they want to watch like the video. So we've used like imagery that focuses on different things like his necklace, and this is like a convention of our genre as well, because bands like the 1975 have cross necklaces.
Jewellery.
Senses of religion.
Yeah, and then finally we have like a close-up of our actor, Luke, who's also our artist, on the very inside cover, because then as you open it up it reveals his face, so it like shows there's layers to our digipack, and then it rewards the like fire as they open it as well.
So we used black and white colour tints across all the photos in our digipack, as this is a convention of our genre and also portrays the continuing vintage style along with the advert. There is a binary opposition of colour which connotes the juxtaposition within the narrative. The reason why we didn't want to use any colour in our products is we felt it would lack continuity and take away the film noir style, which was something we were going for from the start. The characteristics were inspired by how the characters are made to look guilty, desperate and paranoid. We have stereotypically taken the black and white colour theme as well.
We wanted to use very few images of the artist to show he's an icon who can be recognised just by the aesthetic surrounding him. And the binary positions throughout represent the genre he is from, and the old car and cross necklace follow the conventions of this genre and connote his masculinity. We wanted to use a close-up of our artist's face in the digipack to show the intimacy with the audience and to like draw them into his eyes and into the digipack.
We use the font Champagne and Limousines throughout all of our products because we feel like it connotes like masculinity, and it's clear and easy to read, so it obviously like stand out when it's on a shelf. And we wrote it in caps lock as well because I don't know, it just looks better, I think.
Kind
It's
of
more like
It's like
Yeah.
in your face, like
Yeah.
bold.
they're not too in your face.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Bold, that's the word.
Bold.
Thank you.
And then for our front cover, we stenciled out the words on like a layered rectangle, so you can actually like see through to the image at the back. And this connects to there's like many layers to our narrative, which will be revealed in our video.
Absolutely. So referring to the back cover, we've scaled the song titles so they run down the page in descending order. This is also a visual representation of the downward arrow showing the direction in which the viewer should be reading the titles. This challenges the conventions as it allows the viewer's eyes to scale down the cover instead of using numbering. However, we have kept a moment of silence as a title that juxtaposes this, as we feel that the title allows the viewer to reflect upon the meanings of the titles. We have also used in smaller text size the copyright information, as this is a convention of the album cover and can be seen on basically every single CD there is around.
The group wanted to have strong visuals but also stick to the conventions and have the band's name and song titles on the digipack so they stood out and are recognisable. To achieve this, we inserted different text box shapes and changed the opacity so you can see the photo through the text box. This allowed our text to stand out but also didn't distract away from the photo or the text. We used a lower opacity on the front cover though, so the band and the album's name is more distinctive. However, by using stenciling, it allowed the image to be brought to the foreground of the photo too.
We were able to achieve creating this digipack by having shot lists and sketches of what we wanted our final product to look like. It changed quite a few times, but you know, you live and you learn.
We wanted to get it perfect.
Yeah, and then we also used focus groups for our digipack so we get feedback on and make necessary changes to it. And this means that our digipack is relevant to our audience and it like fulfills their gratifications.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to achieve the shots that we have on our digipack, we use the Canon 6D camera. So this camera has so many amazing attributes such as the focus, which allows us to see tiny details within the actual image. The photos are clean and crisp and have a professional look to them, which indicate what the media text within our promotional package will be like. We also use tripod and stabilise to get a steady shot and make sure our camera was straight and not an angle, which meant all our shots were aesthetically pleasing standard.
Okay, we have incorporated lots of locations that were easy to get to and allowed us to film without any cost. Indie bands are known to belong to independent music companies, so they don't really have a big budget to spend on visuals, so we sort of follow the path of that. This means that they use urban and rural shots that are visually appealing to connote their narrative, and we wanted to use natural lighting such as sunlight to make our shots as realistic as possible so they weren't enhanced in any way and didn't seem fake or too set up. This was successful as it allowed us to get natural shadows and reflections of sunlight and light and shadow dark bits like black and white.
Lovely.
So on to the images from our actual music video. So the first one is a tracking shot upwards of our character sitting on a bench, looking kind of lost, would you say? Or,
Yeah, like
He's
it's
lost in his
contemplating.
thoughts, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Like the shot.
I think this is one of our strongest.
It's a nice opening shot to like look.
It reveals
Like,
the
yes,
actor.
absolutely.
It reveals our actor.
And it's a mid shot as well, so it feels quite personal.
Yeah.
You're not intruding, like not intruding.
Yeah.
He's in the middle, yeah, so your eye is always brought to the middle. And I think it shows as well that he's the main person.
He's the one to focus on.
Like,
He's going to be
yeah, in a lot of our images, he's always right in the middle.
Yeah.
So the focus is always
Yeah.
on him.
It also allows the audience to like see what he's wearing, if the codes and conventions are there, and I think he sort of subverts some of the conventions
Yeah.
because he's quite clean cut. His hair's quite clean cut. He looks quite smart. There's no like ripped clothing, so I guess they were like, ooh, it's different.
So in the shot, obviously we use natural lighting, ambient. So this also anchors that our narrative is realistic, so our audience can identify with our character, which is also a Richard Dyer's utopian theory.
Yes.
And I think the slow pan as well, it like connotes what our narrative will be like. Like we slowly reveal throughout our narrative why he's being watched and like why someone's
It
following
sets
him.
off the pace.
Yeah. Exactly. So like, and because it's like one of the first establishing shots as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His body language,
Quite closed.
quite close, yeah, kind of feels like he's hiding something.
Yeah, and with the shadows as well on him. There's
It's
like a shadow in the back.
like he's thinking about something or someone.
And makes the audience want to know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because he's hiding it.
And he's not looking at the camera.
Yeah, and as it goes like throughout the video, his body language gets like more and more open.
Yeah.
He becomes more confident with himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shows the progression of our narrative.
Yeah.
The next shot of like is like a close up of his what's this like
Not torso.
Shoulders
shoulders.
up.
Yeah, shoulders up.
It's a long tracking shot, and it's out of focus at the beginning, and he's lip syncing to the camera, like to the audience, and it follows him. So the camera's moving backwards, and he's moving towards the camera. So it's quite intimate because it's as if he's like lip syncing to the audience.
Yeah, it's personal.
Yeah.
He walks into focus, which kind of draws all attention on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like showing he's like the star man, you know,
Yeah.
emphasising his star persona, I guess.
Yeah, and I feel like it creates like voyeurism as well, because like we're watching him, it kind of makes you feel a bit uncomfortable because he's literally singing to you.
There's like different readings of it. So
Yeah.
the preferred reading was that he's singing to the audience, but the opposition
Yeah, like he's
reading is that
uncomfortable.
he's sort of that it could be uncomfortable for the audience.
Yeah.
Right. Then again, him seeing to the camera kind of connects him with the audience.
Yeah.
Can we give that relationship of familiarity?
If he's singing to them and if he's communicating like with them, they get to know him, I guess, and feel empathy and sympathy for him.
And I think our actor's really good, like expressing himself through like facial expressions, which is what you need like when you're singing, because it's hard to like do actions. So he was really good at showing like his emotion.
Yeah, I agree.
And also by just having him lip syncing, we're kind of subverting the conventions, because normally in the genre, indie like pop rock, there's always a band and there's a band behind them singing rather
And
than
like live music. as
live
well.
music,
Yeah.
rather than one like character walking towards the camera singing.
Yeah.
So obviously, yeah.
And I feel like that means the audience can connect more with that one character, because they're not like having their attention drawn with like all the different things that are happening.
It's kind of like difference within repetition, which is Steve Neal's theory.
And that was filmed like in an abandoned house, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
And that's-
abandoned
So that kind of like
Isolation.
connotes his like mental.
mental state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one is a shot of a fountain. It's quite an old fountain, and it's nostalgic, I guess,
Yeah.
to see it.
And it like takes up the whole of the
Frame.
the frame, so it's like quite in your face.
It's quite a picturesque shot as well. Yeah, very much.
And there's like, we were discussing earlier, there's like, I don't know what is it there's like two paths, and it sort of represents, it's the part of the song where it slows down and it starts to set the pace of the water running is quite calm, and it's like the part of the song where he's like making the
He's
decision,
like discovering himself.
and it's the two paths going up and he has to take either one. It could represent that.
Or like the two narratives, the girl and
Yeah.
the guy coming together. And there's like, because it's a waterfall, there's like water falling, and it falls to the way we've edited it, it falls to the tempo of the song, because it like falls down and then it's like reversed and it comes right.
I felt almost him sort of reflecting.
Yeah.
It
like
reliving parts of his
decision,
life.
Yeah, and it's like time passing as well. I think that's shown a lot in our video. We use loads of shots.
To show time.
Yeah, to show that time's passing.
Yeah. So the actual fountain is a replica of an actual larger one in Rome.
What's it called?
It's
It's like the really famous.
Incel scream.
Yeah. It's like the massive thing. What's it
I
called?
don't know what it is.
no, we'll put the name on
Yeah.
the screen now. But yeah, basically we have shots from where Lucy went to Rome. So I wanted to have like
The connection.
a connection that the audience, the majority of the audience wouldn't know, but kind of connected the two locations.
So another thing is that the fountain brings in location, it introduces location into the video, because after this we've got a whole layering section that brings in sort of urban,
Yeah.
Yeah.
brings in urban vibes, I guess, and it's like him reflecting his life, so it's introduction to the,
I feel like it contrasts the rest of our video. Because
yeah.
we've used like really slow-paced, picturesque shots of like rural areas, and then suddenly after this fountain one, doesn't it like go into a black screen?
That fades.
Yeah.
Yeah, very slowly.
And then it goes into like all this urban stuff.
While it matches the beat, so it's like obviously synchronous sound.
I feel like the urban represents like the girl and her lifestyle, and the rural represents his lifestyle. So then as they layer, it's like the two lives like joining together, and
Yeah.
that's why you see her at the end.
Yeah, so we also thought that the statues on the fountain represent him stuck, their relationship stuck in time, and the decision that he's got to make in that split second, in that frozen moment that he's like thinking about it, and he's just got to make a decision. So it feels like he's in his own little bubble and he's stuck in time, and he's like, I've got to do this, sort of thing.
So that's it from us, the 3 media products we produced.
Hope you enjoy.
Absolutely, Jess.
It's
Just pounded! Lucy Nugget! Going in with a headshot!